What's going on, people? It's your boy Jason back up in this thing. If you guys watched my last video, I'd like to give you a big thank you. And send me some feedback. What did I do right? What could I improve on? I love constructive criticism. Tell me what you think. And also get me on Instagram, which is Jason Dreams, Jason Jass, 2 S's, like ass, 'cause I love ass. Jason Jasson, Dreams is DREAMZ. And my Snapchat, Jason Jasson, once again, 0407. Alright, well, I'm gonna get straight into this Q&A. I had a lot of questions, I think from last week, getting accumulated right here on the Saraha app. It's a app where people can go ahead and ask questions, and they're completely anonymous, so they can go ahead and ask any kind of question, or without any kind of identity attached behind it, so they can go ahead and feel free to ask whatever they want. And I had a lot of questions that were kind of very similar, so if I come across any that are pretty alike, I'll just go ahead and try to cover both at the same time. Alright, so without further ado, let's get straight to it. Last week, here we go. Question number 1. What do you think is necessary to count macros if you're not competing? Just simply want to be fit, plus grow the booty. Grow the booty. Alright, no. I would not say it's necessary. I would say you kind of have to eyeball things, though. At least get a good idea on what you should be eating throughout the day. So go ahead, maybe wait out for a week, and from there on out, go ahead and eyeball it. In order for you to compete, you gotta start measuring shit out, because you go into like a very, very lean body fat. So no, I would not say it's necessary. Just like I said, get an idea on what you should be eating, so eventually you can just start eyeballing things. And growing the booty, that's all the squats and stuff. Eating carbs is definitely a must, because if you're not eating carbs, you will be burning much more fat. Your body will be burning much more fat and muscle, and you don't want to burn the muscle on the booty, because that's what makes the booty perky, of course. And you don't want to burn no fat, because nobody likes feeling a hard ass. Alright, number 2. I've been trying to eat good, but it's been hard because of construction life and no microwave. So what would you recommend doing? For a while, I was actually getting some shaved turkey breast from Winco. So it's already cooked. It's cold. You can eat it cold or warm. And I was just packing that into Tupperwares. I just eat about 8 ounces of that shaved turkey breast or ham. They have ham too, or even have oven roasted chicken. And I just put it in a little container with some veggies, and there you go. And you can just put some like wheat bread on the side, so you can eat all this cold. So that's what I would recommend. You don't need a microwave for that. Alright, number 3. If I eat turkey sandwich every day for every meal, would I lose weight? Yes, you would. Depending on how much you eat, of course. There's a balance to everything. You can't eat too much. Have you ever met somebody who, peanut butter is good for you, but you ever seen that guy who just gets a wheat piece of bread and just fucking creams a shitload of peanut butter on there? That's gonna get him fat as fuck. Just know, like I said, back to the first question, just get an idea on what you should be eating, and then kind of adjust your diet accordingly. Question number 4. Do you carb cycle during your prep, or just eat a consistent amount of each macro throughout it? Also, what are your favorite macro-friendly foods? Yes, I do carb cycle around my prep. I carb cycle. For you guys who don't know what carb cycling is you go ahead and change up your carb intake every day. You kind of start going up, you start going down, and thank you. Get a little video down here. Speaking of carbs, thank you.
You're welcome.
Speaking of carbs, anyway, but yeah, you start adjusting your carbs, because when your body starts going to a low carb state, it starts burning more fat. But you can't be doing that too much, or else you're gonna start burning into the muscle, which is what we don't want here. So we go ahead and up our carbs when you're kind of starting to feel flat and stuff. So yes, I do carb cycle during my prep, and I just do it accordingly to how I'm feeling. I'll try to go work my way down from 4 grams of carbs per pound, and I'll go the next day 3 grams, then 2 grams, and then 1, and then I'll work my way back up slowly, or I might just go ahead and spike it up with a super high carb day if I'm feeling super flat. Shit, I just fucking spit all over the place. Or just eat consistent amount of each macro throughout it. What are your favorite macro-friendly foods? wheat Greek pitas are super good, super good. Rice cakes are super good. Also macro friendly. I love chicken. I throw some marinade in there. That's a given. It's not really my best because I'm kind of tired of that shit. What else is super macro friendly? That's good. Oh, in the morning, oatmeal with the scoop. Like I said, don't fucking cream the peanut butter on there. With a small scoop of peanut butter and cinnamon inside my oatmeal. That is one of my favorite meals to look forward to throughout my day. And yeah, that covers that question. Next question. First off, I really appreciate your support of everyone and the way you spread love. That says a lot about you. Congratulations. I'd like to know just anything about your favorite tips or advice for people going through a weight loss journey. Thank you so much. You are such a light, nice, lovely person. I can already tell that right at the back too. So thank you for spreading the love. And any kind of advice, I would say weight loss journey. At the end of the day, don't try to sugarcoat things. You got to be completely real with yourself. If it hurts or it doesn't, just be completely real. If you're getting, a little bit bigger than you were last week, or you kind of started fucking up your diet, knowing when you shouldn't have, I would definitely say, don't say it's okay. It's not okay. I mean, of course, you got to accept it now because it's already done, and don't beat yourself up for it. But if you keep doing it, eventually you do have to start beating yourself up for it. Or else how could you ever adjust what you're doing wrong? Because everything you're doing is okay. Just be completely real with yourself. If you should be doing more cardio, go ahead and tell yourself you should be doing more cardio. Sometimes you got to go through a little bit of pain in order for you to grow. And sometimes it's necessary that you put yourself through that pain. And thank you for the love once again. Probably the most nice comment I've had yet. Do you do a workout for each day, or do you do, for example, legs with biceps, or just do everything individually? I used to go ahead and combine muscle parts like chest and triceps, back and biceps, but after a while I feel like after I hit my back and I go do biceps, my biceps are already a little bit burnt out from hitting back. So I decided to go ahead and start doing about 6 days a week. So instead of 5, I do 6 days a week at the gym. Maybe sometimes even 7. I take it easy on that 7th day. And I just focus on one muscle part a day. So I can go ahead and, kill it off exactly the way it's supposed to be. Like, I go in there with full strength on that muscle. So I can go ahead and put up as much weight as I can on that muscle instead of burning it out slowly and then trying to kill it off once it's already burnt off. So I do one muscle a day. That's what I like best. And it gives me the time and the energy to really kill it off good. Next question. How long do you plan to keep up your diet and workout regime for the rest of my life? What's your YouTube channel? Jason Mendoza Fitness. Once again, Jason with 2 S's. How do you burn as much fat as you can without losing your muscle? Fasted cardio does help a lot. So before you eat breakfast in the morning on an empty stomach, do some cardio about 30 minutes at a moderate pace. Don't go too fast or else you're going to start burning to the muscle. I see enough to where you can kind of still hold a conversation, but you'll still be kind of gasping for your breath and shit. And of course your diet. That's the fastest way to lose muscle. A high protein diet. You got to have your proteins in there to be keeping the muscles fed. And you need carbs too. Whoever is trying to cut down on fat and stuff and you completely cut out carbs, you're just fucking yourself up bad. You're going to feel tired. You're going to get skinny as hell. You're going to eventually look like a stick. But Halloween's right around the corner, so that might do you good. You can be a skeleton for Halloween. What days do you work each muscle? Is it the same every day, or do you switch it up? What days do you work each muscle? I usually like to do Sunday legs, Monday chest, Tuesday back, and then Wednesday shoulders. I keep that back as a gap between my chest and my shoulders because they're both push days, and I feel like if I do shoulders right next to chest, when I'm pushing up, that would kind of be involved in my upper chest, which I had already killed the day before. And it goes back to what I was just saying on, getting the full potential out of that muscle. Hopefully it's not burnt out, and that would be getting in the way. And then Friday I do triceps and biceps, and then Saturday and Sunday I hit some Saturday I sometimes take it off. Saturday sometimes I go in and I hit whatever I feel like I'm kind of lacking on. Maybe it's like a free day, hit my weak points. It really just depends. But usually I just keep it around that same schedule. Can you show us the type of food and brand you buy? I'm kidding. Usually I just get some Tyson chicken from Winco, Costco, Walmart, just regular chicken. I'm gonna have to go ahead and make a different video for that one to show you guys exactly what kind of foods that I buy, because I can't really think of the brands right at the top. So I'm gonna have to do a video at the grocery store one of these days. But for the most part, I'm sure it's the same food that you eat. It just whatever flavoring you like, you can go ahead and tweak it a little bit. But I'll show you my favorites probably in the next video. So moving on to the next one. I'm pretty fit, but I'm looking to gain some serious abs. What's your advice on the best ab workout? I personally like hanging leg raises. I couldn't barely start doing those till this past year. Actually this year. Where you grab on, you swing your legs straight. I barely started being able to do those. But before that, I would just get on the bench sideways. I'd hold on to the side of the bench, and I kind of just fold up like a V, like that. So this is my stomach, this is my head. This rolled up like a V. And other than that, it's all really in the kitchen, man. Whatever you eat, that's what's gonna give you abs. It's really all dieting. Next question, Jason. Brother, this ain't a question. Keep pushing, keep striving. I believe in you. You could go very far, bro. Much love and support. Thanks, my man. Whoever that is, I highly appreciate that. You know, sometimes, not that faith, I lose faith, but it does get sometimes kind of low, or I'm in a bad mood sometimes. And I need those kind of things to help me keep pushing and remind me that not only would I be letting myself down, but people who are believing in me down, which, you know, I'm never gonna do. I'm never gonna let myself down, first of all, and especially if I got people who believe in me as much as I believe in me. I definitely won't be letting you guys down, and I'm gonna show you guys that you guys are betting on the right one. I'll tell you that. So thank you, my man. Next one. Any advice or favorite tips for a person going through a weight loss journey? I just went back to that first question. To the first couple questions. How do you measure your intake of what food you need by the weight that I am? I'm confused on this, and I want to get serious with the gym and want to start taking all this stuff and writing it down. Thank you. How do you measure your intake of what food you need by the weight that I am? I'm confused on this, and I want to get serious with the gym and want to start taking all of this stuff and writing it down. Alright, so you can just go online, bodybuilding.com, type in whatever you're trying to do. Either you're trying to shred down or bulk up. Bulking up, you can put on size. While you're shredding down, you're preserving size, and you're shredding the fat just so the muscle can show. Go on there and put either a bulking macro calculator if you want to bulk up, or shredding macro calculator. It'll tell you to type in your weight, how active you are, what kind of goals you got, and it will shoot you like an idea of what your macros should be looking like, how many grams of proteins you should be taking in, how many grams of carbs, and how many grams of fat. So go ahead and do that, write it down, and look up the foods, look up carbs on the foods, and adjust the foods throughout your day accordingly to the numbers that you got. Alright, next question. Just out of curiosity, are you single or talking to anyone? If not, what does it take for you to notice a girl? Honestly, no, I'm not talking to anybody. Yes, I am single, and to notice a girl, I don't really go around looking for who can be my potential girlfriend. I feel like if a girl just strikes my attention, she strikes my attention. But for the most part, I'm kind of trying to stay focused on what I got, what kind of goals I have set for myself. So if I could stay away from that, the better. Not that I'm closed-minded about it, but if I could see myself getting with the girl, it'd probably be a girl that's independent for the most part, that, you know, kind of has her own thing going, her own life going, and just not really about what every other girl nowadays is about, which is, you know, just trying to look good for certain people, look good for the weekend, who doesn't have much going on for them. I want to grow with goals, I want to grow with dreams, I want to grow with ambition, really. A girl that can motivate me, and I'm a pretty motivated dude, you know, so she'd have to be pretty damn motivated. Alright, next question. When do you recommend bulking versus cutting down, and what you should eat on a bulking diet? I recommend bulking during the wintertime when you don't have to take off your shirt, so you can go ahead and hide all the fluff. cutting down during summertime, of course. Nobody wants to be hitting the beach with a shirt or a sweater on. And what I recommend on a bulking diet, basically the same thing. I'll probably just up my proteins as when I'm shutting down, and I'll definitely up my carbs in there and my fats, and I might throw in like 2 more cheat meals throughout the week in there. I usually don't like to do cheat meals, but if I'm bulking up, like I said, I'll just up my fats, up my carbs, and I'll throw in a couple more cheat meals. I'm a little more lenient on that. And I'm a little more lenient on what food options I got too. So instead of just messing with brown rice, I'll go ahead and fuck around with these. These are pretzel bites or some wheat pasta. You can go ahead and make some wheat spaghetti with some ground turkey. It's still healthy. Just a different way to get your carbs and proteins in. All right, next question. How much money do you spend on meal prepping? I would say about $70 every 3-4 days. And coming up to my last question, how do you lose fat from the lower side of your waist? You cannot target fat loss. That's a big misconception people got. You cannot target fat loss. You can go ahead and just fix your diet, and eventually your body will just start burning the fat the way it wants to, but eventually that spot that you're trying to target will get burnt. So yeah, you cannot target it. Just keep your diet clean, and eventually you'll see that gradually start slimming down. And that's about it. So yeah, if you guys found any of these tips that I put on this video helpful, go ahead and comment. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe. Definitely subscribe, because I'll be putting up a video every single week. I'll be putting up some ideas on my Snapchat. Go ahead and add me on my Snapchat and see me, and give me some ideas on what my next video should be like. So I want to go ahead and I ranted throughout the whole thing because I was excited to eat these motherfuckers. I mean, these are looking pretty damn good, I know. So I'm gonna get to eating these. I'll catch you guys next time.